Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair coverage of E3 2015. I am your host, Larry the Chupacabra, and of course, for anyone who's familiar with my channel, I obviously couldn't walk away or sneak away from E3 without talking about Bungie's new planned expansion pack for Destiny. Me and Destiny don't have the best history together, but I do have some history. I did a Destiny with Lore series, so I think I'm in a perfect position to talk about this. So, Destiny is planning to release the expansion pack, Destiny: The Taken King. And one of the previous raid bosses that we had come out for Destiny was, you got to go to the moon, you got to go into the deep, evil hive underbelly, you know, the hive, the weird undead creatures that are kind of like insectoid, kind of like undead monsters, and you got to kill their ancient leader who led the charge against Earth, Krota. You got to kill him with his daddy's sword, Oryx, you know, the big bad guy who's like their god. And, well, turns out that his big bad daddy is not so happy about that, and he's going to come try to murder our faces. He's got a ragtag army, or something. You'd think a godlike creature would have more than a ragtag army, but I'm not really judging, I suppose. And, well, he wants to murder our face. And from the looks of the trailer, I do see some stuff that I like. I mean, it does look like Bungie has learned that they need more environments, so it looks like we're going to get at least 2 new, like, kind of planetary environments that we can go to. One distinctively, like, on a new planet, and then one that looks like you get to run around on top of the rings of Saturn. So that both of those things look pretty cool. However, I can definitely say that in this brief, like, 5-minute trailer, I've gotten more lore and more story out of Bungie than I had from most of the gameplay of Destiny, which is not a good thing, especially when they've stipulated that they've really been trying to listen to players, so hopefully the actual game itself has got more variety in storytelling and more background information provided to you that you don't have to dig off the app. Now, the one thing that is kind of cool is they definitely look like they've gotten some new weaponry and some new powers for our characters, our guardians, and their crazy ghosts. It even looks like they've kind of taken a page out of Marvel's book and given the Titan class like a hammer you can throw like your Thor, which I guess sounds cool, but it is kind of a dinky little baby hammer. I mean, you'd think a Titan would have a big, hefty, murdery Titan hammer, but I guess that's a question for another day. Unfortunately, it looks like Bungie's in the habit of reusing a lot of old characters, a lot of old enemy models. Basically, it looks like, from the trailer, that all the current enemies planned for the Taken King, this ancient evil Oryx creature, they basically just look like existing enemies in the game from every faction, not just the Hive. Oh, but they've got a spooky, shadowy filter put over them, Larry. They're so evil. I'm not really that sold on that. That seems kind of cheap and lazy, even if it is just an early announcement trailer. So hopefully we see a bit better diversity in Bungie's creations this time around. Because most of the enemies, even Krota, the guy we killed, the Taken King's son, like, he's just a bigger version of the bland, boring Hive Knights that we've seen 50 times before, just kind of like with black skin and a bigger sword. Not that spooky. But it does look like they've kind of tried to give us some original bosses. They've got some of those Imperial Cabal bosses. But look, they've got mech wings. Oh, look, Larry. They're spicing it up. And a couple of the enemies look like they've gotten new weapons. So that does make me a little hopeful. But, you know, hopefully the gameplay and the gunplay mechanics are really going to make up for that. But it does seem like there is still going to be quite a bit of quest grinding from the gameplay footage and people playing the demo on the E3 floor, so we'll have to wait and see. If you're somebody who really loves just kind of going out, grinding some kills, jumping in with like 4 friends and obliterating an environment, this will definitely keep delivering content after content for your needs. If you're like me, you need some story elements and you need some variety, and the existing Destiny has kind of felt grindy, I would be a little bit wary, and it does kind of seem like it rags on. So those are my thoughts for this component of E3 2015. Let me know what you guys are thinking about in the comments. And otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Definitely do that stuff because it helps me and my pals make more of this content. And I guess I'll catch you next time. Have a good one, everybody, and toodaloo.